It all started a long, long time ago. Before there were dogs, there were only wolves. These wolves were wild and strong. They lived in packs and hunted for their food. Humans were also living in groups, hunting and gathering to survive. They were not yet friends. In fact, they were competitors, both looking for the same animals to eat. But something amazing was about to happen. A connection was forming, one that would change the world for both of them. This was the beginning of a story of trust and partnership that started thousands of years ago in the cold of the Ice Age. The journey from a wild wolf to a loyal dog was not quick, but it was one of the most important partnerships humanity has ever made. So how did this happen? It began with the bravest, most curious wolves. These wolves started to follow human hunting parties. They stayed at a safe distance, watching. When the humans finished a hunt, they would leave behind scraps of food. The wolves learned that staying close to people meant an easier meal. They didn't have to hunt so hard. Over many generations, wolves that were less fearful, wolves that were more friendly, were the ones who got more food. They were the ones who survived and had puppies. These puppies learned from their parents to stay close to humans. This was the first step. The pack was changing, not by force, but by choice. Humans soon noticed these friendly wolves hanging around. They realized these animals were not a threat. In fact, they were helpful. The wolves acted as an early warning system. They would bark and growl if a dangerous animal came near the camp, like a saber-toothed cat or a bear. This kept the humans safe while they slept. In return, the humans shared their food and offered the warmth of their fires. This was a deal that worked for everyone. The wolves got protection and food. It was the start of a beautiful friendship, built on mutual respect and a shared need for safety and survival. This led to what we call domestication. Humans began to choose the friendliest, most helpful wolves to keep close. They selected the ones that were good at listening or the best at guarding. This is called selective breeding. Over thousands of years, this process changed the wolves. Their bodies became smaller, their faces became shorter, and their tails began to wag. They became the first dogs. These early dogs were not just animals. They were members of the human pack. They hunted with us, protected our families, and even held spiritual importance in many early cultures. They were our first and most loyal partners. As humans changed, so did our dogs. When people started farming and living in villages, the jobs for dogs changed too. We didn't just need hunting partners anymore. We needed guardians for our homes. And our new farm animals. Dogs with strong protective instincts were chosen to become guard dogs. Breeds like the Mastiff have ancient roots as powerful protectors of property and people. They used their deep barks and imposing size to scare away thieves or predators that threatened the farm. Their loyalty was not just to a person, but to the entire family and their way of life. They were the silent, watchful protectors of our first settlements. Then came the need for herding. As humans began to raise sheep, goats, and cattle, it was a lot of work to keep the animals together, but we had a partner perfectly suited for the job. We bred dogs that were intelligent, energetic, and had a natural instinct to guide and control other animals. This gave us breeds like the Border Collie, known for its incredible intelligence and intense focus. They could move a flock of sheep with just a look or a quick movement. These dogs became essential tools for farmers, saving them hours of work and protecting their livestock. They weren't just pets, they were invaluable co-workers on the farm. Dogs also became engines of transportation. In cold, snowy parts of the world, getting around was very difficult. Humans needed a way to travel long distances and pull heavy loads. This is where the sled dogs came in. Strong, resilient breeds like the Siberian Husky and the Alaskan Malamute were bred to pull sleds across the ice and snow. These dogs have incredible endurance and a thick coat to protect them from the cold.